Hello everybody, this is ProtoMan111 back with Let's Play Mega Man Legends. In the last segment we saved the town from being completely destroyed by the freaking pirates, because you know, they apparently are pirates and they want to destroy everything. So now that we've saved the mayor, we come to find out that the pirates are up north. They're trying to dig up some ruins. Since they couldn't get the key from the mayor, they're just going to decide to dig for it manually. But we need to get there and stop that from happening, because if they happen to get their hands on the mother lode, things could be very bad for us and bad for the town. So let's get out there and stop them.
Wait a minute, Mega Man. I'm going with you.
Do what now?
Look, Mega Man. I fixed the car the junk shop owner gave us. I may not have been able to get it fixed in time to help you before, but next time, you can count on me. There goes the inspector and his men off to get the pirates. I wonder if he'll be all right.
If they're using weapons like they did before, the inspector might have some trouble. Not to mention
that the pirates are likely to steal everything if they get there first.
Well, I think I better go help them.
Be careful, Mega Man. I'll wait for you in the car. If you find some parts that you think might be useful, bring them back to me. I'll get them fixed up and attach them for you.
Right. See you later.
Speaking of which, there are some parts we can get right now. So, now the support car actually is a movable object. We can't do much right now because it's going to stay uptown, stay up at City Hall, but we'll get to some more things later. As you can tell, the bank's destroyed and the police station is intact. That at least is the I guess the semi-best outcome for that battle. The best being that nothing got destroyed. And the second best would be the bank and the police station being intact. But now that we're back in the previous area, the residential I'd probably call it, the battle damage from the last battle is right here, so keep that in mind. And this guy has something interesting to say. Nudge nudge wink wink, that means we're gonna find crap in the trash cans. First of which being this one. As you can tell, we kick it, there's something inside of it. The Bloom Bear parts. Now, if you recall, the Bloom Bears had bombs and machine gun busters for equipment, so that would make sense. Now, there's another item we can get, and pray I don't get hit by a car. Right here. The broken motor. Now, this is the second part of the three parts that we will need for the vacuum arm, which quite literally is one of the most useful items in the game if you are farming Zenny. Now we need to actually go back into the shopping arcade and go into the shop because it is restocked now, and we still cannot enter the west or the east gates. And besides that, there's really not much reason to enter them just not right now. We will come back to them here in a bit, but right now let's go ahead and actually get to the southern gate and actually get to the shopping arcade, because now there are parts that have been restocked, or we can find two new units, buster units rather, and a new item as well. Now the flak jacket, make sure you can pick this up as soon as you possibly can. If you can't right now, you can go into the passageways behind the city underground to get some Zenny that way, or we can go to the upcoming area and get something from there. Now the game will introduce combination units which will raise certain statistics, not just one singular one, but 2 or 3 of them. What I'm going to do is buy the blast unit. Like I said before, most of your buster combat will be mid to short range. I'm going to replace rapid fire for power razor, or not power razor, blaster unit. That way we have good energy and good attack. Actually change power razor to power razor omega. This way our buster shots will be green now, they'll be more powerful. But the only downside to this build is, of course, there is no range and it's not very rapid. So now that we actually have the Bloom Bear parts, let's head back to Roll and make a special weapon out of those. You want to do this ASAP because this will probably help you a little bit in the upcoming fight we're going to get into. So with that, let's head up north. Okay, now that we're at City Hall, we want to remember where the support car is, and it's actually in front of the mayor's building. So let's go ahead and get in here and actually have Roll make us a part. To have her make special weapons. No, we know what you can do. Which, like in Legends 2, you can increase the abilities of your special weapons. And again, this is trial and error, so that can be a bit of a pain if we do this. Now, what she meant by that was usually only peaceful places she'll come to. So if something is under siege by, like, you know, Reaver bots or pirates, she probably won't come there, and she'll be like, I can't tell you, or I can't help you. Never mind. Under talk, she'll give you an explanation of your equipment. We can skip that because I assume you know what you're doing for the most part. Now, item development, we should be able to make something already. Now the machine gun buster is relatively weak compared to a lot of the other extra weapons or special weapons in the game. However, it'll serve a little better than the splash mine depending on the situation. With it, you'll have more range if you set your buster the way I've set mine up now. It'll help you with the range problem that we have currently. Now to increase the abilities of your weapon, you'll want to enhance it. Each of these bars represent a special or a particular trait. Attack obviously is more power. Energy is how much energy you'll have in your special gauge before you run out. Range obviously is how far to shoot, and rapid is how fast it will fire. Special will depend on the weapon. Some weapons do not have any special traits you can upgrade, some do, and in which case Roll will tell you what the special will do. Right now, however, I want to upgrade the attack at least once, and then we'll leave it at that, because we're pretty much dirt poor right now. So, with all that tutorial nonsense out of the way, let's go ahead and actually get up north now so you guys can stop hearing me talk about, you know, boring tutorial junk. Hello there, Ossifer. Of course, because, you know, we just saved the mayor's building. Why would we not have her protected?
Here comes somebody else. He doesn't look like a police officer. Hey, it's that blue guy again. We'll show him, just like we showed that officer. We ain't gonna lose this time.
So now they're harassing the police that are in the area. Now, since we barely have any range, we will not be able to get too close to this guy. However, we can. It's not a big deal. This is the tank. Has two primary attacks: machine gun buster and a turret that shoots bombs. The turret, or the machine gun busters on each side, will generally only fire at you if it's in front of you and it can gain a lock. The turret will constantly turn and shoot at you. So, it is possible to sneak up on these. If they do not see you and you can get around to their backside, you can stay hidden. If you shoot them once, this most likely will alert them. Usually, sometimes it doesn't. Let me see if I can demonstrate that for you here. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. They're just fucking stupid. Hey, someone's shooting us in the back. Oh, no, nothing. Now, you could be a little malicious and harass these guys by shooting them. There's no purpose. You're just being malicious about it, and they don't die. They'll just kind of be laying there smoking. But anyway, by the judge, look at that car. Looks like people are in this building and are probably not having a good time. Ah, how you doing? You think? What made you think to come in here when you couldn't take them when they were in the city? Regardless, I guess they're the police and they have to try something. Huh, I guess they must not be suited to fight something like this. Legendary disaster? What do you mean? Well, regardless. Right now, all we know is we gotta stop the pirates from digging up the ruins, which is gonna be a bad thing for everybody. Now, before we head forward, take this guy out, 'cause he can ninja you. He's just hanging out behind the tree while you were sitting there. Now, the difference between this machine gun buster and the one at Legends 2 is this one doesn't have that weird green bar mechanic, so you can fire infinitely until you run out of ammo. The new enemy that will come up here is pretty straightforward. They have a large line of sight. Their only attack, however, is a single bomb. And they have a very, very, as I said, long range of sight, as that one saw me from far away. Not to mention this one as well. Now, if you find yourself overwhelmed, kind of back off, but it shouldn't be that overwhelming so long as you continue to move around. But it's not that big a deal. They are only meant to supplement the tanks on the ground. If you can get up close to them, they're somewhat useless, because, you know, the range problem. But eventually we will be able to get up on top of here. And there is a shop up here, believe it or not. Now, if you get close enough, they have a hard time shooting at you. But don't stand still, because they will eventually shoot you. And since we've upgraded a buster so we emphasize attack and energy, we're just making a clean sweep of them. It's not that hard at all. Now, if you need health, there are vending machines you can buy some soda from and recover your energy. It's not a big deal. Now, one of these should have an item inside of them. I can't remember which. I believe it's this box, since it's not the trash can. Safety helmet! Now, what does that remind you of, huh? What do you think that will make? Regardless. Shop! Now, you can buy things. You can still buy the things that were in the previous area, or previous shop we were in. Right now, there's nothing we need to get. Well, maybe there is something we need to get. Buy an extra pack, because the next battle will be a little bit more difficult. Okay, so now that we're in life savings mode, we'll have to start saving. Now, these guys aren't like the tanks. If you're shooting them, they'll pretty much detect you and just start turning around to shoot you. So, instead of staying here, let's continue north. Of course, fight them to get the Zenny, and then we'll head north. Now, there is a shed right here. I don't believe there's anything in the shed, though we can actually take a look. Now, you just find a refractor shard and almost get blasted to Kingdom Come with that. Now, this shed, I don't believe there's anything in here, which there isn't. However, remember this shed. It'll be important later. The side quest, or a series of side quests, will be initiated from here. Just to be sure, we're not missing anything. No. Now, I do believe I was having those turret guys shoot at me with their bombs, and they actually blew up a trash can, and the trash can blew up like an explosive. So, the trash cans are explosive in this game, apparently. But at any rate, we're going the wrong way. Let's head back north. And keep going north. Now, there is an item around here that we can get. Somewhat useful, but not important for you to get. Because it kind of stays around for a real long time. There's no real rush to get it. If it's not now, I do believe it's later when things are a little more quiet. As you can tell, just strafe the turret and run around behind it. The turret will try to follow you, and the tank will also try to follow you. Don't let the tanks run you over, because they do hurt. Now, here is the second part of this place. We're not done quite yet. Mostly in this area, it's just dotted with turrets or tanks and turrets everywhere. The second part's a little shorter than the first one, but there is a passageway in this area we can get access to. We'll explore that at a later date, not right now, however. Right now, though, I want to see if that item's actually there that I'm talking about. Or the flower we can pick up. As you can tell, this guy's a bit of a moron. I didn't notice we were even behind him shooting his face. Now, there's the entrance to the passageway. We won't go there right now. However, if you notice by now, there's a flower. Now, with this flower, we can be very nice to a certain special someone, but that'll be a little later. Now, as you can tell, Data is hanging out right here. So this is kind of a hint that... of course, couldn't be easy, could it? So with that, go ahead and recharge your energy and save your game. When you're ready, head straight through the entrance. Okay, now this is the last part of the wooded area. Now the boss here seem a little bit more aggressive, and that's just because they're in a better position to attack you. There's very little room to move around in, so just be careful. If you're having to face the tanks from the front, just strafe left and right, you'll be fine. Just keep moving and the turrets will have a hard time hitting you. Now once you've taken out the tanks, just head straight down into the valley.
What gives? I dig and I'm still nowhere near the bottom! Maybe we will need that key after all!
Master Teasel, we were beaten. That blue boy is heading this way.
He's coming. All right, everyone, quit digging! Our priority now is to get rid of our little blue friend, all right? Be careful and don't be fooled by his size. He's already beaten Bon and Tron. Let's do it!
Roger!
Enter Mega Man. Boss fight, the Marvel Wolf. Now this is the thing that Teasel mentioned in the cutscene earlier. Now this thing's pretty much impervious. I mean, its armor is so freaking thick you could shoot at it all day and it'd probably just laugh at you like you're an idiot. Now there are a couple attacks it has, and there's only one way to damage it. There's a door on the back side on the top that you can damage. There are also treads. Damaging the treads will permanently make it slower. Once you destroy the treads, they stay destroyed, and the machine will move slower. As it's already telling you.
Mission start!
That attack sucks and it breaks your shield, as it will so thoroughly just show you. The only way to dodge that is to actually be far enough away. Now, first thing we will do is destroy the treads. Now there's another attack. The hatch will open and release bird-like enemies. They'll drop bombs on you, so be careful. You can see their shadows to where they're going to land. Just keep moving around and don't stand under them. Because now once you've destroyed the treads, it'll make the machine move significantly slower. Now you can actually avoid the spirit bomb attack by dodging. I'm about to get hit. Nope, never mind. Now dotting the area are a couple tanks. A good timed dodge roll will evade it. You have to do a dodge roll. You cannot avoid it any other way. Because it's a homing attack. Now what you want to do is get to one of the ledges close to it. Or hide behind a wall if you can't really dodge in the area you're at. Now it seems like it wants to spam the charge cannon once you destroy its treads a little more. It definitely will spam the charge beam when you're far away from it. Just be careful of that. Now let me properly show you how to do this without falling off of shit. What you want to do is destroy this tank. This will give you the easiest point to actually attack the door. Now you can only attack the door. You can only damage this thing while the door is open. You can jump onto its back and shoot at it, and do such. Now don't hang around on it too much, it'll knock you off, and if you want to be daring and hang on to it, or stay up there, stay in the center. This way if it hits you, you won't go flying off of it. But the Marvel Wolf isn't actually very hard once you figure out how you can damage it. The hard part is getting to damage it. So if you keep finding yourself falling off, wait for it to get close and jump on its back. If your buster range is far enough, you can actually damage it from here. Since we equipped the machine gun buster, here, this will take care of a range deficit. So with that, all we have to do is keep pegging away at it. Now you can jump on its back as so, again, and shoot the shit out of it. Now I'm going to try and demonstrate.
What are you standing around for? Put out the fire! Put it out!
The automated fire extinguishers aren't working.
What? But, it's inconceivable! How could a little punk like that ever defeat me? How much does he think it cost to build that in the first place? I'm gonna get him. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'm gonna get him.
Master Teasel, are you alright? Master Teasel?
Now, this is where you kind of makes you feel like a dick. Kind of, sort of. But they attacked us first, so they bound had to happen.
Just you wait. Oh, you're mine, Blue Boy. I'll get you.
Time to go home.
With that, we have stopped the pirates effectively from digging up these ruins, though some part of me thinks that I wouldn't think that they can get to the bottom of it anyway, given how deep this ruin is and how big it is. But don't forget, we'll come back here later. We're not done with this guy yet. No, not by a long shot. We'll see the inside of this guy later.
Mega Man, can you hear me? The mayor says there's something real important she has to talk with you about. Can you come back here?
Roger that.
Roger. I'll head back to City Hall.
And with that, you'll do instant transmission back to City Hall.
If only we'd known there was someone like him here in the first place. We won't fail next time. We'll ambush him, concentrate our firepower on him. We won't cut him any slack just because we outnumber him. That kid's going down.
Just wait till you see, Teasel. I've got a new robot I've been wanting to build that'll do the trick. That'll teach him.
This time, we get rid of Blue Boy for sure, and get that treasure!
This is Proto Man 111 signing off.